Everybody, we are back. It is Taped on Live, favorite Raiders podcast, favorite Raiders channel, favorite Raiders everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also follow us on Twitter. You see it at the bottom at the Mark John NFL for me, at BD Williams 18 for BD, and then you got Panda Supplements. Use TDL for 35% off. Panda Subs, TDL, 35% off. BD, today we got a episode. We're covering all veteran quarterback.
This is an interesting episode here. This is something that I don't think we've ever done anything like this before on TDL. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, we haven't. I mean, this is just a start too, because we also got to do
rookies, incoming rookies. Yeah, incoming rookies. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
100%.
I'm ready for that. But
I'm more excited about that. Right? Like, we went through 4 quarterbacks here. You told me to look at obviously Jimmy G. I agreed with that one, and then you told me to look at Sam Darnold, and I was like, really, Sam Darnold? You're gonna make me watch Sam Darnold tape, Marcus?
Yeah.
And I watched it, and it actually wasn't as bad. Like, it wasn't unwatchable. I was really anticipating this to be like some trash film. Sam Darnold, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Would I be confident about him being the Raiders quarterback next year? No way. But there is something there where it's like maybe this guy could, be a bridge QB or be a guy who could start a few games for you, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. Sam Darnold. So I was pleasantly surprised, honestly, with Sam Darnold. But you're also going through some quarterbacks. Who are you going through today?
I'm going through, of course, little Jacoby Brissett, and then of course the Tom Brady, who was the most controversial quarterback.
The crown jewel of this episode.
The Raiders fans are going to be upset if the Raiders sign Tom Brady.
Yes, I understand. There's a lot of emotion there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but we're going over Tom, and of course Jacoby Brissett, which I think is an underdog. He's an underdog here. He's the secret. He's the safe guy. They can't land one of the other guys they want to land. They got a safe guy. His name is Jacoby Brissett, and I think that he's a safe person. We just did free agents because if I was just gonna do quarterbacks, man, I would have had us do some Davis Mills, because I really feel like that guy's an undercard too. They could just give like a 7th. Article about that a little bit today. I think Davis Mills is kind of a surprise guy that nobody's talking about because he runs the system and he's done it a couple of years and he's young and he played well against the Raiders, which people, free agency is all about. Oh my God, he played well against us.
Who beat you? They do that. Every team does that.
Yeah, I know.
If a player has success against them, it's gonna trump like 10 games of bad film. If they played their team well, they're gonna be like, okay, I want that guy, right?
Yeah.
The general manager is always gonna remember that. The coach is always gonna remember that, right? So I agree with that. That's interesting. Davis Mills, that's a wild card for sure, and I like where you're going with that. But let's stick to the veterans here. Before we get into it, though, there is obviously Derek Carr getting traded or getting cut, whatever, right? He's obviously not coming back. But guys like Davante Adams have said, I'm here, I'm a Raider, right? So that's a big piece. If Davante Adams is like, I'm gonna stick around, I signed this contract, whatever it is, like I want to be a Raider, like that's my childhood team, right? And he wants to be here. That's a huge draw for getting a veteran quarterback, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he's a huge draw, right? He's a huge draw, but I mean, there's also, I don't know if you saw, BD, there's rumors that, they're talking about trading Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow. So, I mean, I don't know how much of a draw is. I mean, Davante Adams is probably a draw by himself.
Yes.
And I think that might even, to be honest, I mean, I think Davante Adams is a one guy. I don't think he can play with those 2 caliber type of players, in my opinion. I think he's too much of a little bit of a, I say this, he's a little bit of a diva.
A ball magnet? Yeah.
he's a diva, He always wants the ball, and I think he works a little bit better. I think the offense was moving at a better rate before Waller and Renfrow came back, because then you got to share the targets. How many targets Adams get? And he was playing pretty damn well in a good stretch where he was getting all 15, 13 targets, and he was the only guy. It was like Matt Collins, Ross Monroe, or Devontae Adams, and it's an easy choice. So it'd be interesting. I mean, that could be part of it a little bit too, but how I feel. They didn't like Darren Waller. They didn't mix it in and mix those guys in correctly, anyways, to make it all fit. So McDaniels was to run the ball so much, it's hard to kind of spread the ball around. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes when it comes to getting quarterbacks. But I think Renfrow stays, but I know Waller's gone. Waller's out of here.
It seems that way. It seems that way for sure.
That turf toe video, yeah, the turf toe video.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go first because you're doing Brady, so we're saving that one for last. Obviously, yes. TDL audience, we're going to make you sit through this entire thing to get to Brady. Okay, of course, we're trying to get that money. Are you kidding me? You think we're going to start with Brady here? No. We're starting with Sam Darnold. And again, I was pleasantly surprised with some of the things that I saw from Sam Darnold. I'm just going to go through, and Marcus, I already told you this in the pre-show. Yeah. Marcus is going to chime in and talk about quarterbacks with us, and so let's go through it right now. Sam Darnold. He's a guy, to me, that I think there was a lot of these kind of misses right here where he's not letting the play develop. Yeah. And this is like, come on. This is it. This is the play right here to make. The throw downfield to number 2 here. And we see Sam Darnold. This is his second game back from a long layoff. Yeah. I didn't watch the very first game. I watched the second game back from the long layoff. So maybe there was some rust here, right? And it wasn't the cleanest pocket. So he passes up a big play for a short play. And my point is going to be really with Sam Darnold is I wonder about his anticipation. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of times where, you see this ball right here. I think a Brady, a true high caliber pocket passer is going to be letting go of this ball now. Already. Right. And it's just going to, fly right through there. 15 is going to catch it in stride and keep on running across the field, and Sam Darnold makes, I think, his receivers work very hard and have a lot of contested catches because of a lack of anticipation. So that's just something I've noticed. And so we'll keep on talking about that as this breakdown goes through here. This one for me also is a lack of anticipation throw. And you'll notice also with Sam Darnold, the ball really hangs and it kind of floats around and takes a long time to get there. And it allows defenders to, recover. And this should be a touchdown, right? Like line drive this, not to the numbers, closer to the hash. Let this guy run and, away from the defender. I mean, to me, this is a blown opportunity for at the very least, a big play. And because it just hangs in the air, it allows that corner 27 to overlap and break that one up. Of course, 27 is a sensational athlete. So there's that as well. Okay, so here's another one. We got one of these little naked bootleg kind of thing.
This for Darnold's good. It's a red zone. I bet every great throw you have is a red zone throw.
Okay. Yeah.
I bet. Look at there's number 1.
So and this really, like, you can't. I don't think that this is a point for Sam Darnold, right? Like, you have to do this. This is wide open. You have to make this one right here, right? So I'm glad he made it. It keeps him in the conversation, but he doesn't get a bunch of points for it. You know what I mean? All right. So this one, we got a kind of a protection breakdown. Another thing I noticed with Sam Darnold is he's kind of I guess spotty stepping up in the pocket. Sometimes he does it, and sometimes he kind of tries to escape out the side of the pocket or something like that. Which, who do you think you are, bro? You got to step up in the pocket. You're going to be a guy who's playing from the pocket in the NFL. You're not going to be a guy who's running around scrambling and making plays. Let's be honest. So I think that there's some missed opportunities in here for him to step up in the pocket. And then, here's a time where he does step up in the pocket. Okay, but he is not, again, there's anticipation isn't there. So really, you want to be at the back of your drop. Okay, we're in a clean pocket right now.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, he's got his head around. He's looking at you, right? Maybe this guy coming across the middle of the field. We got some now opportunities, okay? And Darnold is holding it. I mean, I guess he wanted one guy. He just wants
that post.
He wants the post, and he's not thinking about anything else.
Yeah.
So, again, anticipation, somewhat of a question mark there. This one, I thought this was another opportunity where the anticipation is kind of lacking. I think he misses an opportunity for a bigger play down the field, and and for the check down. That's kind of a theme for Sam Darnold, is that he kind of gives up on these plays a little bit too early, and tends to drop his eyes a little bit. All right, so let's talk about this one. Okay, we are in a pocket that's breaking down. I like how he steps up and through the pocket instead of trying to escape out the back or something like that. I'm not mad at this movement right here at all. I'm not mad at this. But again, the ball hangs in the air. There's always so much time for these guys to recover. And when they've initially been beat, like 84 is coming across, and this guy, I think this is a nickel. Who is this? This is a nickel right here. He doesn't see it. He's so late picking this up, and he gets beat immediately. This is the separation. This is the window, right? And the ball just hangs in the air, and he's able to recover and swat that one down.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't say the ball hangs. He's just late. That's just him being late, in my opinion. I just feel like if he threw it earlier.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He gave the guy time to get back to the sideline.
The thing about Darnold is, from what I've noticed at least, he cannot ever afford to be late because he cannot zip that ball in there. In my opinion, I don't think that the velocity is fantastic or anything from him. All right, here, let's see another one here. Okay, where we got a little play action, and this one, I had to add this in here because I keep on harping on him about anticipation, and like he somehow makes this throw. Like this is a catch somehow, right? So there are times, sure, he's an NFL quarterback, right? There are times when he is going to make this is a sick throw, right? Technically, but it was also extremely dangerous throw as well. And it just so happened that it ended up being a catch. Could have very well easily been an interception. So he is capable of making those plays. It's not like consistent where he's like threading the needle like that or anything like that, but he's capable. So I wanted to add it in there. I wanted to give him some credit. All right. Tell me what you think about this one right here. I like that he's stepping up in the pocket. I like that he's working through his progressions right here. I think that this is a good looking play. That's a quarterback.
A little curl flat. A little Hank.
So I think that's a positive. That's a positive play.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. I'm going to get a little play action in rhythm. Okay, bang. Does this look familiar, Marcus?
Yeah. Well, play action. They beat the brakes off the Steelers, didn't they?
Yeah,
that's the Lions. That's the
Lions. No. They were up like 16-0 at some point in this game, from what I remember from the breakdown here. Okay, so let's see another one where again we got a guy screaming across the field.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these in 2 games. There's a lot, so I imagine there was even more in the 5 or 6 games that he played. So he passes up a big play for a little check down, and you gotta get topped immediately.
I don't know if that play. I think he throws a pick if he tries to throw that across his body. But I think so. Unless he throws it like.
Here's my question. Yeah, he's got to throw it now. Here's my question. Why is this a wrong route? Because why do we have a post going the opposite way from the quarterback rollout?
I don't know. That's called bad offensive architecture. I mean, if you have Justin Herbert, I guess that would work. But don't know.
It was open. Again, you tell me, is this great velocity? You tell me, Marcus.
No, it's not.
To me, yes, this is another instance where it just so happened that there was enough separation here that it didn't matter. But again, you see these guys catching up to him, and you see this guy have to cut it off, and like he's not catching this in stride. Like if we got a quarterback with a hose, with a cannon, right? This is just into the end zone, and the guy can just run underneath it. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to cut it off, and it doesn't have to, wobble in the air, and he gets tackled right there, right? So this is a huge play, great play for the offense, right? But this is an instance where I think if this guy didn't have to stop and track the ball in the air and slow down for it, he's running into the end zone.
Yeah, especially with the angle of the safety's coming.
All right, so I actually like this one. To me, I like this one because he knows we got a double move on the outside, and so to me the ball placement here is he's putting in a place where I think that this guy has a missed opportunity to at least draw a pass interference play. I mean, maybe you could say that this is underthrown, but I think that this is really him putting it in a place where the receiver is going to have to make a play on the ball. And if he plays through contact, maybe he gets pass interference even. So I'm not mad at the ball placement here from this one.
Yeah.
But it's, again, not super consistent in terms of pushing the ball down the field from Sam Darnold. All right, so now we're going to get into Jimmy G. Jimmy G has a lot more good moments, but then also a ton of terrible moments. So this is a very interesting film to watch. I don't know if this is, we could keep on talking about this, but so this is very strange to me. So the very first play, we got this big stop right here. And I mean, look, this he is in the middle of a huge void in the defense. And Garoppolo passes it up for a check down. Okay, he's giving it to Debo. It's a first down. Yeah. Why are you complaining? And then here's the next one. This time, similar route. This guy is strapped, and instead of checking it out, now he's forcing it in here. So why didn't you just throw the last one? If you're going to throw this, why didn't you throw the last one? Very strange process from Jimmy G.
I mean, he had very up and down. He didn't have to anticipate that one as much since it was man to man, I guess.
All right, so this is the portion of the breakdown where I'm going to be just making fun of Marcus, because this is why Jimmy G is going to be the Raiders quarterback next year. Look at all these in-breaking routes. Look at all these dig routes. You're going to see a million of these. He loves this play, okay? And he is extremely productive throwing the in-breakers, slants, digs, you name it. He's very productive doing that. I think he's got a little bit more zip on the ball than Sam Darnold, and it really comes down to his release. You just watch the footwork here. He's going to do a little ball fake, get his head around, and just you see the quick release. Perfect. Okay, and this is a routine play. Again, he doesn't get credit for making this throw. But again, this is a box that it checks off. You want to see a ball handler, you want to see a quarterback be able to, execute and distribute the ball like this to guys in rhythm, in stride, so that they can, make some yards after the catch. And that's probably what Jimmy G is truly best at as a quarterback, is getting the ball to his guys in stride. Again, anticipation. We got the anticipation. Dig. This is true dagger right here. Bam. Okay. Ball placement, maybe not great, but beautiful play from the offense. Gets that big first down. Another in-breaking route, dig route. All right. So now I want to talk about his footwork more than anything. Okay. I think that maybe because he has a quick release, I know that a lot of people coming out said that he had a strong arm and stuff like that. And we haven't really necessarily seen that, or we've seen, him not have the strongest of arms, especially like in the playoffs and stuff like that.
I just got to cut it. So why did he pass up on Deebo Samuel?
I don't know what even the process is, because this is a touchdown. Yes, this is definitely a touchdown.
I just want to know why he passed it up. I mean, because he's looking at it. I mean, that's all. He looked at it. You see, he's looking at it, and then he passed it up, and then he comes back to the dick. I just want to know what he didn't like.
He must not have seen. I don't know. He's seeing all this, and then he turns away before he realizes that this guy's coming over for sure. But this is a miss. He misses a big play here. Good point. But I want to talk about his footwork. Okay.
Okay.
This is something I'm noticing from him. Okay. Do we have a good base here? Or are we fading away? Are we picking up that front foot before we throw? And so he's very often throwing off of his back foot instead of stepping into his throws. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, throwing it into tight coverage. And so, I don't think he's really given his receiver a chance when he's fading away so often. And we're just going to keep on, we'll keep on noticing. We'll keep on watching the footwork. And then you tell me if this is a guy who steps into his throws or if he fades away. Okay. Here's another one. It's a beautiful play. He's got the one-on-one with the linebacker. He knows this linebacker is going to get beat. Okay. But watch his feet. Watch his feet. Is he stepping into it or is he fading? So he has a bad habit, even on the good plays, he has a bad habit, in my opinion, of not stepping into his throws and fading away against everything, even when there's a clean pocket. And it can get him into trouble sometimes. So that time it didn't get him into trouble. So let's just keep on watching. All right. Let's see. Let's look at the progressions here. This is probably not open. 11 coming across because they're in cover 6. I want to say, yeah, they're in cover 6. So this safety on the hash, he is responsible for 2 on this side. Technically, he could come over, but he did turn his back there for a second. Maybe 11 is screaming open across the field. You tell me. Maybe if he anticipates.
Yeah, looking at it though, he's working the choice route.
Yeah, he's working the choice route, and that's Kittle right there.
Yeah.
And again, he is going to put the ball on the money and let these guys catch it in stride and run after the catch. That's easily his best quality as a quarterback. All right. Let's see. You tell me. What do you think about the footwork? Do we have a wide base here in his throw? Steps into it.
Yeah,
delivers the ball. I'm not mad at this because the only guy who could have ever made a play on that is the wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got a good pass downfield here. It didn't end up going for anything. All right, here's another one in breaking route. Bam, throws it in rhythm on the money. Okay, he's got to fit it through this window. He's got to throw it a little bit away from 22. He doesn't want to throw it too far in front because maybe 22 makes a play on it. So I think that is a beautiful ball placement. Throws this guy open. I don't know why this guy didn't catch it. That's a terrible play. 11 didn't catch that, but that was a great throw from the quarterback. All right, so this is one where, to me, this is clean pocket. You tell me. Clean pocket.
Yes,
and you see him start panicking. He's like jumping around, like, bro, relax. Right? You see his feet are so antsy. I don't know. Does he have a knee? Does he have an injury or something like that?
No, he's just Jimmy G, bro. I don't know.
All right. So this is where it starts. This is where it starts getting ugly. Okay. He pulls the Dan Orlovsky again. Does this guy step up into any of his throws? Come on. Why are you fading right now? This guy is so far away from you. Stop fading, man. If part of playing quarterback is staying in the pocket while the barrel is pointed in your face and you delivering strikes, you can't fade away. When you're in the end zone, he runs out the back of the end zone, steps out. It's a safety. He pulled the Dan Orlovsky. And luckily, because it was an interception for a touchdown if he didn't.
That's the best part of that play.
Garbage play.
It should have been a pick six.
It should have been a pick six. He got bailed out that it was a safety. Are you kidding me? All right, here's another one. I'm pretty sure this was a point where, watch his front foot. Watch his front foot. Mm-hmm. Does he step and plant and drive through that front foot, or does he lift that front foot up at the last second and he kind of drifts it? He drops it back at the last second always. And your accuracy it's going to be spotty if you do that. You got to have your feet right to deliver the ball consistently.
In the ground. Plays on his toes.
Exactly. You want your toes gripping that grass and pulling that ball through. I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Okay, again, another fadeaway, but this is another fadeaway in a clean pocket. We got a fadeaway in a clean pocket again. He's not stepping through. He's picking that front foot up. We don't see that big wide base, that big knee bend stepping through. But this is a beautiful ball. And use check with the freaking toe drag swag. And this is another reason why this is just an example of why I don't think Jimmy G is great. Like when your fullback is doing this, like, oh, that's on the quarterback. Come on.
That's what the Raiders do, man. They thought it was interesting. I said the radio. Like the Raiders, if they want a fullback, they need a juice X guy because I'm tired of them having 21 personnel. They can't do a damn thing with it.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, there's nothing to do with it. Yeah. Okay.
These dudes just running wheels with the guys doing
toe taps and come on, slants to the house. Like use check is filthy. This is a good play to me. I really like this play. This is a very routine play. It doesn't go for a bunch of yards, okay? But when you get, the breakdown, like the protection breakdown is so early, and for him to climb through the pocket, keep his eyes up, and then while he's getting hit, deliver a shot. That's what NFL quarterback is all about. You have to be able to do that. It wasn't a first down, but he gives his guy a chance to make a play there on a 1st and 10. It ends up being, second and 2 or something like that. Again, watch the feet. Does he step into this one? Nope. He's picking that front foot up, tapping it, steps behind. He refuses to plant that front foot in the ground at all.
Super late. Jimmy Late. So I've been calling him that since 2017.
Yeah.
Jimmy Late.
So the footwork is kind of everywhere from him.
He just is all right over the middle. Outside, man. He cannot throw outside the numbers.
No. This is also a horrendous play, in my opinion. There's a little bit of a fadeaway. You can kind of see it. It's a pronounced fadeaway. You can see him. He's, his weight is on his back foot there. But you got one-on-ones across the board. Why would you throw into triple coverage? The game's on the line. They're down 1 point, and he throws into triple coverage. It gets popped up in the air, interception, basically sealed the game for him. I just wanted to, this is an example again, refusing to step up in the pocket. Okay, very rarely are you going to see Jimmy G step up. If the protection is breaking down, this is where you go to be safe, right here. This is where you want to go to be safe. You got these guys handling this guy, right? These guys are setting up for a pocket. So if you step up, you're good. But if you go out this way, no one's blocking for that. So you got to step up. And that was like literally like games on the line. You need this one. They're only down 1 point, and he's doing these stuff like taking safeties, going into triple coverage.
Jimmy G, man.
Yeah, you like this. You like this, you sicko. All right, here we go. Let's go. Here we go. I think that this is a good play in my opinion because he's keeping his eyes downfield, and you see that wide base. You see him step into the throw. Yeah, finally. Okay, and he delivers that strike to Kittle. So that's a good looking play. Right, let's see the feet. Does he step into this one? Oh, nope. Picks that front foot up. And the accuracy isn't great. He sails it. That's what happens. Gotta have that wide base.
You're not showing the great EPA plays, man. He's an EPA monster. You're not showing the...
Oh, you mean the times when his receivers run 70 yards after the catch? Come on. All right, so here we go. Again, it's up and down. So this time he does step up. Great. Perfect. That's what you do. Buy yourself time. This guy's open. Now hit him. Okay. Not bad. That's pretty good. I like that one. Here's another one I think was really good as well. The protection's breaking down. We see, okay, this is where I go to be safe. And instead of panicking, where are his eyes? He is trying to buy time. He is trying to make a play. He keeps his eyes up, throws his guy open. That's a great play. Beautiful play for a touchdown right there against the Chiefs. Yeah, that's what you want your quarterback to do. I think that was a really solid play from him. And here's another in-breaking route. This is why he's going to be the Raiders quarterback next year. Because that's going to be Devontae Adams in stride every time.
If Devontae don't demand a trade after that contract.
Yeah. As soon as Jimmy G gets signed, he's like, okay, actually, never mind. All right, so let's talk to me about this one. Because I think that this is a good base. I think we are stepping into this. And I guess the idea is, hey, one-on-one with the safety, take a shot. What do you think?
I mean, not with his arm. No.
Technically, I mean, this is on the money here from him. I mean, he hits his wide receiver outstretched.
I don't know. It's him taking a chance. Would you like to see from Jimmy G?
You like to see it, right?
I mean, but does the guy catch that? Did he catch it?
No catch. Fantastic play from Juan Thornhill. Great play from Thornhill. All right. Okay. I this is probably his best play. This is probably
you just have a guys wide open. It's just crazy.
No, it's just Seattle too. But it's that motion. It's this motion over here, and then it's like a nub side tight end, and all this extra stuff that's happening. So it's messing with the defense. This is all scheme. But what I do like about this is he gets to his first guy. Nope, 38's getting into that window. He gets to his second guy. Oh, no, Bolton's there. So then he gets his eyes over here, peeks over here, 85. He finds it. So Jimmy G, he is capable of getting through the progressions. That's exactly what you want to see from a quarterback. Another in-breaking route just to, drill this down. He's going to be the Raiders quarterback next year. And okay, this is a garbage play. I'll just end it right here. No. There's another one I need you guys to see. All right. So again, what's happening? We are fading away. I know that the pressure is here, so you got to fade away. Okay. And he kind of just throws this, he throws it up, and interception on the goal line here. I think if you're going to be in a situation like this where the blitz is coming on you, I think you got to throw it out and away. And I think you have to throw it to a guy, towards the sideline, or a guy that's, winning in one-on-one coverage. I don't think that you can just kind of, you can't throw a stop route as a jump ball on the goal line, in my opinion. You want to throw a jump balls, it has to be outside, towards the sideline.
Just take the sack, bro.
All right, here's another one.
Oh, Chuck and Duck. Chuck and Duck, where there's nothing to chuck, there's nothing to duck. I like that.
I think, well, let's look at the anticipation, because we do have some good anticipation from Jimmy G in comparison to Sam Darnold. Watch the anticipation here. He's throwing this ball before Kittle gets out of his break. He's got that chemistry with Kittle, so he knows Kittle. He's throwing that ball before Kittle even gets out of the break. He's probably anticipating Kittle to get out of this a little sooner than he does, I guess, because you see Kittle. I don't know if he stumbles on that break, but it takes extra couple steps.
Yeah,
and he hits Kittle right on the money, and Kittle drops that one. All right, let's see. What are we looking at here? Okay, yeah. So this is an interesting one for me. I'm gonna stop it right here. Who's open?
George Kittle, right?
Kittle. He's going to throw that, right? Wrong. He's going to throw it right into the guy who's undercutting it. So I don't know. Well, what he's looking at here, this guy is strapped. He's undercutting it, and he's I don't know. He throws it to the back shoulder, not even out and away or
he's
low
that
or
safety
something.
coming. The safety right at the top, the whatever. I don't know what number 20. Maybe he's number 20. He's like, no.
Maybe. So
I'm just saying.
it's interesting in traffic. All right, and here's a beautiful one. touchdown. Let's see. Fades away again. You see the clear fade away. His feet are square. He's obviously fading away. He's not stepping into his throw at all. He gets away with it because he's got Kittle. Okay, so yeah, if you want to throw it up, yeah, there you go. Throw it up to a big guy. Okay, like that. We don't throw jump balls on stop routes. All right, and then I have to add this one in here because I've never seen a quarterback in the 2 games I watched of him take 2 safeties. That is shocking, to be honest with you. So I had to add that one in there just because clearly I don't like Jimmy Garoppolo, right? I do think that there's a lot there that it just seems like it makes sense with McDaniel's offense, right? Mm-hmm. It's just in terms of the amount of in-breaking routes that he was really good at throwing, right? And then just, he has good anticipation. He's got a clear understanding of what the offense is doing. We just have bad fundamentals in terms of his feet and some questionable decision makings, I think, in crunch time. Like when the play is on, like when the game is on the line, when the game's early, we're going to see Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to be cool. He's going to be, doing everything that you want. When the game's on the line, you saw him make those boneheaded mistakes against the Broncos, cost him the game. You saw them. Actually, I don't know if they ended up, maybe the defense did something for them, but it was not the offense. I watched the entire game. It was not the offense. And then you see him, like, the amount of bad plays that he had in that Kansas City game, they're in that game if he's not making those bonehead mistakes. Like if he's not throwing that interception on the goal line, he's not taking the safety, you know what I mean? Like they're in that game. So he honestly was like the weak link for that team. Like we see all their incredible players. They have one of the best defenses in all football, probably the most fun to watch for me. They have extremely talented playmakers on defense or on the offensive side of the ball. Jimmy Garoppolo is like their worst player. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's like their worst guy, right? So for that reason, I would not be confident in him trying to even coming close to replicating any of that success with the Raiders, just because the Raiders aren't even like close to as talented as the 49ers. So we would see Jimmy Garoppolo come way back down to earth extremely fast once he's the Raiders quarterback, which he will be next year. Book it.
You're calling it?
Hopefully not.
If they give him the money that Vinny was talking about on the radio, then yeah, he's gonna be the Raiders quarterback. He said, what, 4 years, 139, like 60 million guaranteed or something like that. And I was like, man, that is a lot of money for Jimmy Garoppolo. So I just,
my mom's an idiot for not making me be 6'3". You know what I'm saying?
I think quarterback's way too much. I'm sorry. All I hear about is that stupid rookie quarterback narrative. If you need a rookie quarterback on a rookie quarterback deal, it's like, hey, just say it. Go ahead and say it. They get paid too much. If you need a guy on us, this is like we talk about quarterback value, and we're talking about how we need a quarterback that makes $5 million, but let's pay him 55 if he's good. Does that make nobody? Anyway,
here's the winning success. The recipe to success is having a quarterback on a rookie contract, but everyone pays their quarterbacks extreme amount of money. Yeah, I don't know. Make it make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I know Jimmy G is a factor. It makes me sick a little bit that if they try to go Jimmy G, I'm gonna be upset about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be very happy because they're gonna give him a starter. He's the starter if he gets it. I don't know if they're gonna draft anybody. That's the thing. That's what scares me. If they pick up Jimmy G, do they not draft somebody behind him? Or do they wait till like the third round to draft somebody? If they give him a 4-year, 139, like, right. Like I literally almost passed out. Oh, he said on the radio. When he said 4 years, 139. I almost passed out. They were like, Marcus, are you there? Marcus? Literally almost had a heart attack.
Your head is spinning. The room is like, I have to sit down, Jimmy. I have to sit down, Vinny. Sorry. What was that?
I had to take a knee, man. I was like, what did you say? How much?
Sorry, I was just saying a prayer, Vinny. I'm here.
Man, hilarious. That was a high number. So, and just
to me at that point.
Yeah. Sorry, just to say that, just for Vinny to throw that number out, and I know Vinny he's an insider with some of the Raiders stuff. Just for him to throw that number out, I was like, come on, man. Who's telling you that? Please don't let it be somebody. God. Whew.
I wouldn't pay Jimmy Garoppolo $50 to come play in a pickup football game. Okay. Even if I needed to win my championship, I would not pay him. So it doesn't make sense. But yeah, so we can talk about the guys that you're going to, but just real quick, in terms of like the Jimmy G money. Okay. At that point, it makes more sense to just get like a Jacoby Brissett, to get like a Sam Darnold, and to draft a quarterback. It makes no sense to draft Jimmy G or to pay Jimmy G that much money. It makes zero sense
4 years.
to do that.
4 years.
Like the rate, like 4 years, I will see you in 4 years. It's crazy.
Imagine me have to do like a Jimmy G breakdown every week. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No. That segment will be retired for sure.
I couldn't do it. Man.
You're just going to see that there's the same plays that he's good at over and over again. Yeah.
And how Vinny talked me down too. It's because he said, what if it's just what if we just give him $60 million guaranteed with an out? And I was thinking, God, that is cheap for a quarterback. And that's what I realized the quarterbacks get paid too much. Because I was like, that is cheap for a quarterback. $30 million? That's more than Devontae Adams makes. We're paying Jimmy G more than Devontae Adams. Think about that.
Makes no sense.
In terms of value, we talk about value. That's why I was like, I've been watching the NBA a lot more. Like the player value that they have, which some people talk about empowerment, whatever. They got more player value than they have position value. Like there's too much positional value in football, in my opinion. Like just because you're a quarterback, Daniel Jones should not make $46 million. Just because he plays the quarterback position. That's ridiculous. You should be, what is your value as a player? Like Justin Jefferson should probably get paid $46 million, to be honest. But sorry for the side guys, but
I am with you on that. I think that's a great way of putting it. The difference though with the NBA is obviously some positions have different shelf lives.
I guess. Whatever.
So, all right. So let's transition. Let's get away from Jimmy G. No more talking about Jimmy G for the rest of the episode. You're breaking down Jacoby Brissett and Tom Brady here.
Yeah. So
let's just get into it. We got the same kind of offense, right? Jacoby Brissett offense.
It's weird. The Browns offense has some Erhard Perkins in it. They do some Haas Y juke, which I would have loved to see Darren Waller run. Was Y juke, be the juke guy? That would have been crazy. I mean, I know he just ran so many choice routes to John Gruden. Just wanted to see it once. But yeah, I did Brissett, and then we're gonna really talk about Tom Brady today. I think we're gonna talk about Jacoby Brissett. We're gonna go through it. We're really gonna talk about Tom because that's the other guy. It's Jimmy G and Tom Brady day. Let's keep it real. Yeah. The other guy was just we got our little feelers, but it's Tom Brady and Jimmy G look. So let's get into it. All right, so we got Jacoby Brissett. Start off, we got a 64% completion percentage, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 7.1 YPA, a little 88.9 rating, but we got a 60.1 QBR. So he's Mr. Efficient. As that's what I call Jacoby Brissett. And you talk about his footwork. His footwork is always great. So you see right here, good throw right there on the money. He's a little late though. He's always a little late. I mean, that's what you see from these guys, or like the quarterbacks in the 20s. Just a lot of lateness. They're just late all the time. So I mean, he could have done this a lot earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it still worked, but it almost didn't because it allowed Minka to get there a lot closer by the time he did that football. But it's a touchdown. He's Mr. Efficiency. I mean, and he is a pretty accurate quarterback. He doesn't really miss a lot of throws. You see it here. Good base right there. Just a big dude. Trauma time. And see, right there. Good throw. Touchdown. All right, here's another one. Another one to Mark Cooper off the play action. We're getting the out route at the top. right here. He's a little late on this one too, in my opinion. A little bit late. Not bad timing because he's not totally out of his break yet. But just a little tiny late. That's why I think he has to catch on the sideline here. But it's a good accurate throw though. Good accurate throw outside the numbers. He has a lot of good accurate throws outside the numbers, which is one of the reasons why I think, they drafted him too, right? And, you see his footwork, right? You're not seeing a lot of stuff you see with Jimmy G.
Oh,
good
yeah.
base,
Beautiful.
right there. Great throw. All
Beautiful.
right, so you see a lot of good stuff from him. And that area, you see a lot of the, why he's efficiency with the quarterback, why he has a QBR. ESPN QBR basically is just how efficient you are play to play, right? And you see it good base, boom, velocity right there on the money. But you know what I'm saying? He's a little late, so it didn't cause any yak or anything like that. Now, this is his best throw I saw on tape right here against the Patriots here. He's going down here to Amari Cooper on the out route, right? And this is pretty good coverage right here by the corner, right? But watch where he throws his ball. He showed a great anticipation on this one, right? Watch where his placement on that football. Wow. That is a dime right there. No one else can catch that ball except Amari Cooper. That's what's talking about. His footwork is pretty good. You see good base right there. You'll see it from the backside, but look at that throw. That is what I call a throw right there. So, I mean, he's an accurate quarterback he's an accurate quarterback from the 0 to 20 range. Okay. That's what I'm going to say before we get into some more of this. And you can see, like I said, great base right there. Good throw. And then it's right on the money. Look at that. Look at that throw. Look at that. That's a great catch by Cooper, too. On the money. Jalen Mills looking for a push-off, even though I don't know what push-off he's looking for, but he's looking for one. All right. Now, here he is in the red zone. It's another good throw from him. Like I said, 0 to 20 yards, man. This guy's money, right? So look at what I like about his footwork. He does a little Tom Brady slide here. Little Tom Brady slides here. He doesn't take another step. He kind of slides a little bit, gets his feet all on the ground. Nice throw, right? Only the Joker can get that. Touchdown. So, I mean, from the basics of quarterback play, Brissett is pretty clean. Pretty clean guy from the basics of quarterback play, right? He can get it done. Okay, he can get it done. You can see the accuracy and all that good stuff, right? Another throw here. I just added this in there because I just want to show that you can do Z-Juke with a tight end. There's no really no other reason that's in there besides that. All right. So we go back and watch it. Let's look at that. Z-Juke. Look at that as a tight end. Look at it. He's athletic. I mean, look at him run the Z-Juke right there. Look at him read it. Wow. Crazy. I mean, there are a lot of tight ends in the draft, right? I mean, there's Dan Jeremiah has 6 in his top 50. All right. The best thing Brissett does, though, I mean, short yardage, man. This dude's a monster with QB sneaks. I'm only showing one because I'm not gonna show 8 QB sneaks, but this dude, this is a 1 yard play, right? Look at him.
Finds the hole. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's go.
So, I mean, we're 3rd and 1. I mean, you had Jacoby Brissett. You're getting first down. I mean, that's all he did for Indy for a whole year was be the 4th down guy.
Right. Situationally strong.
Yeah. So it is something that he does well. Okay. All right. So we're getting to his deep passing game next, which is basically non-existent. He's just bad with deep passes. Okay. You can see 34% completion percentage, 5 interceptions on deep passes. All right.
Thanks.
Now, he also is a little allergic to throwing deep. It's he's one of the most conservative quarterbacks I've ever seen. So we'll see this. But, I mean, this is a good example here. I mean, this is a good base and kind of maybe just, I don't know. He's just not the accuracy deep. It's just not there. So, see how you just kind of, Njoku should score on this play. And he doesn't because he has to come back. Does a great job tracking that football and catching it. Right? But, I mean, you can't get more open than that. Look at that. That's a great route by him. He got Kyle Duggar. Look, because Duggar's like, oh, this is Jacoby Brissett. I'm getting a pick.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no. Oh, it still doesn't throw a touchdown. That's 6, man. I'm sorry. That should have been 6.
Great adjustment by that tight end.
I know. That's what he's pretty damn good, man. Damn good tight end. Damn, like this
Steps up.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the mechanics. It's just a bad throw. It's deep. It's just deep. Now this one is pretty egregious. This is 3rd and 2 here, guys. This is when it gets. This is what I'm talking about. He's kind of just allergic to throwing deep. All right, so we're gonna get a sick double move here from I don't know who this guy is, right? But for some reason he doesn't throw this ball. It gets kind of crazy here. So look at that sick double move. That guy's wide open. I don't know. He's looking right at it. That's my thing. He's looking at it. Well, now I'm gonna show on the end zone. He's looking at it though, and I know this is Anthony Schwartz. He has a lot of drops. I get it. Maybe he's like, should I throw it to him? He might drop it. Is it safe? He's gonna Devin Cordy gonna get there in time. I throw it. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. He's like, it's not Amari Cooper, but Anthony Schwartz is wide open. I mean, and then he just forced it to Cooper.
Wow, terrible.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because he does that a lot. I feel like he had a lot of favoritism to Amari Cooper. He was throwing Amari. Is Amari or Njoku? As I said, he's looking right at it. I mean, it'd be different. You know, sometimes when guys miss things and they're looking the other ways, but on the other side, I don't get it.
Right.
He thought about it.
If it's in your line of vision.
He thought about it. You can tell he's thinking about it. Like, oh, no. Like, well, why did you pass it up? And that's just Jacoby Brissett. I mean, that's him his whole career. That's him with the Colts. You know, it's just not going to get any different for that. I mean, here's the play action. Here's another one. He has the corner route here, right? And he just misses. Mari does he's not going to show you he's frustrated. He's just going to put his hands on his hips.
Yeah.
Go read a philosophy book on the sideline.
Play some chess.
Play some chess. Anyways, all right. So let's we got. Let's get into some Tom Brady. This is what you guys are here for. We're here for the Tom Brady. 66% percentage, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I do want to say that he threw 733 passes to throw 25 touchdowns. I do want to say that 6.4 IPA. That's a lot. He broke the record again, I think. 90.7 rating, 52.6 QBR. All right. So obviously, Tom still has it. Okay, Tom can throw the damn football, and that's what we're going to show you guys a lot of. Tom being Tom. Okay, so let's start at this one. You got Mike Evans here, right? This is something that the Raiders actually run. Because I mean, we're going to be seeing a lot of Tom Brady run because the Bucs run the Raiders offense. They changed it. This is Tom Brady's offense. Brian Leftwich got fired because he changed the offense to Tom Brady's. All right. But you see, Devontae Adams ran the same route early in the year, right? You see him kind of go in and out and then back inside against the Chargers. You guys remember that? Got the same type of separation too, honestly.
Blaze.
You remember that route, right? Little Blaze. It's just a great throw. You see Tom this is opposite hash. This dude's 46, man. Opposite hash on the money. 45. Ridiculous.
We've gotten into the good quarterback film.
Yeah, we got to the good quarterback film second. Yes, we're here. We made it. We made it, guys. We finally got here. So Tom stepping up. Right, guys falling around. It doesn't matter. Right there on the money. First down. All right, now this is a crazy throw versus cover 2. This one right here. He's hitting Godwin on the seam right here. You can see Godwin coming on the seam. This is just what I call touch. This is an amazing touch throw. Okay, so he's gonna hit this hole right here. Watch. Nice little touch throw right over the guy's hands. Right. See, this guy has to jump and try to get it, but Godwin doesn't jump. He barely jumps. Nice little. Beautiful touch pass. Didn't even need to jump. That's second level throw right there. So that's what you see from Tom Brady. This is a touch throw, right on the money, throwing it perfectly on time,
Beautiful.
right over that guy's head, right on the money.
Beautiful.
All right, and this is the deep route versus the Panthers here. Mike Evans.
Cover zero.
Yeah, cover zero like idiots. It's Tom Brady. So they do cover zero against Tom Brady, and he just throws it over their heads. And this is a dime right to Mike Evans.
Dime.
Touchdown.
Gosh.
And this is a quick read for him. He sees it. You see him pointed out. Go back a little bit.
So this is the difference for me between a quarterback being made to look good by his receivers and then a quarterback making his receivers look good. Because if you're a guy and all you have to do is just run in a straight line to the end zone and then the ball falls into your hands, right? Like what route did what did Mike Evans give that guy? Nothing. He just ran straight to the pylon and the ball fell into his hands. That's a quarterback making the play.
Right? Yeah. And what you see here is, this is another Raiders play the Raiders run with these little quick outs with the go, right? You see guys cover zero. I mean, because this isn't a double move, really. But he pumped the out, right? Kind of just hold everybody right there, right? Oh, right over top. Touchdown. You see it here. You see he's calling everything out. Which this is a weird, this is weird cover zero looks. I mean, they showed cover zero, but then they didn't do cover zero.
And then cover zero without a blitz is just asking for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? Who is the defensive coordinator here? Is this
Wilkes? Man,
Wilkes? Oh gosh, terrible. that was garbage.
All right, so there's another one. This is we call high quality anticipation. Okay, this is not Jimmy Garoppolo anticipation. This is elite quarterback anticipation. Because look where he's throwing this ball. This dude is not even close. He's throwing like an out route, like here. He's gonna end up here. The ball. This is where the ball's going. He's already throwing it. He's already in full motion. Right? Right on the money. Get some yak a little bit. It's world class. World class anticipation right here.
He knows exactly where that guy's going to be.
Yeah. Right? And, it's like that all day. This is one of my favorite plays. So this one is a huge touchdown in the Panthers game, but I'm going to show you how he reads this. This is crazy. So we're getting, let me know if I'm wrong here, BD, but I believe this is quarters. Okay, so we're getting quarters coverage. All right.
Yeah.
Right. So one thing that we're seeing here, you get the go route here from Mike Evans. So you see 25. Okay. So he's working this little peel concept. Kind of got the post wheel. You got the post wheel with a little option route, which the Raiders, they run stuff like that too. Right. And you got the fade route on the backside. Okay. But you see how his eyes are going this way, right? So you got his eyes are over on this side. You see 25, he's going this way. So kind of show it. 25 is totally going this way. Now you see Tom right here. Back a little bit.
Beautiful. Wow. That's manipulation.
Right. So you see Tom. So he's working this side, right? This guy goes this way, right? And then Tom sees this guy going this way. That's why I really like this play. He sees it, right? Because he's coming backside. He's kind of just reading the field. He might even want to hit this dick. I think that's where he actually might be working. But he sees this guy go this way. So he's like, oh my God, that guy's going this way. That means nobody's helping Mike Evans. He just doesn't even think twice about it, just throws it. Mike Evans has killed the guy, touchdown.
24 is having a long day.
Yes, he is. 24 is having a long, long day. Actually, is that Josh Norman? I know he went back to the Panthers, I think.
As a coach?
Oh man. All right, so let's talk about what's. So we did all the good Tom Brady, right? Oh, great Tom Brady. He's the greatest of all time. Great. So what is wrong with Tom Brady? Why the hell did they go 8-9? So everybody wants to figure out. So Marcus, you're showing something because you're showing like great pockets and all that stuff. And I think his offensive line was actually pretty good. That's the thing. Everybody talks about this is what people thought because he gets the bad offensive line thing too. But as you can see, he has a lot of time. I don't know. He's got Shaq Mason, Tristan Wirfs.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, so on this one, right, you're getting a blitz off the edge. So I'll bring it back because I just was yabbling here. All right, so we'll stop it here. So you get the blitz off the edge right here from the nickel. So you're getting a one-on-one with Godwin and a safety. Okay, so this is easy read for Tom. Tom's like, one-on-one, safety, I got too high. This is going to be easy for me, right? But Tom Brady, he has an accuracy issue a little bit, which I think is super interesting. He was 19th in bad throw percentage on PFR. He was 19th in 2021, and he was 30th in 2020. So I think when we talk about is he's fading off, it's stuff like this. Like, because Chris Brown was wide open. Look, airmails it.
There's a lot of that this year.
Airmailing it, right? I mean,
that's a great route. Great route.
It's a big play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to say this is a game they lost too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a wide open man right there. He just sailed it. Not even close, really, because you see how Godwin's going and he had to try to adjust to it. Not even close. This one, I think he actually has a chance to hit Julio kind of going this way. And I know he kind of gets stepped into and he doesn't really get fully step into it, but he just misses like so bad. It just like it's not a bad read. You know what I'm saying? That's to say, none of these you're not gonna see a lot of bad reads here. I mean, because he has Julio and this guy's flat-footed, right? This guy's a turn. Julio's running full speed. I mean, that's how you want to read it with defensive leverage, right? And he tries to throw it to where Julio should be, and Julio actually gets separation if he could get some more velocity on it. He beats both guys like he thinks he is, but he just I don't know what happened there. And he is going to get pushed here. And I know if somebody is a big Tom Brady fan, he'll be like, "Oh, Marcus, you're not giving him a chance here." But yeah, he does get pushed. But I think he could. He still missed. I mean, that's
you do get pushed in football. People know that.
Yeah. All right. So this is where it gets really bad. Okay, this is the bad miss, which is this one was a little alarming. So. Here we go. He's working the left-hand side. He's working this out route first, right? Probably this fade. Nothing's there, right? So he comes here. Nothing's there, right? Pretty good coverage from the Panthers. Okay, so now, he's just a little athleticism here, right? Avoiding pressure, getting outside the pocket, right? And he's got this guy just wide open, right? Wide open. Oh, that space. He could hit this guy. He just totally misses him. And you're gonna see this backside. This is a bad miss. Like you could say maybe that guy was gonna knock it down, right? But and first of all, he's fading the pocket, which we're gonna talk about a little bit too in a second. He's fading the pocket for some reason, which he never used to do. I don't know what he's fading the pocket for. And then he just look at how bad he misses his throw. Like it's just he almost threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, way wide. Yeah.
And here we talk about. The big problem, the biggest problem with this dude being how old he is, which you can see he's still a good he's probably still top 8 quarterback in the NFL. I'm gonna say that because I don't know if there's 8 quarterbacks better than him right now.
Right.
What I've shown. Okay. Now, this is the problem though. It's just like his pocket presence has just disappeared. Like this dude is supposed to be like one of the most amazing pocket navigators in the world. Like here. Like the pockets collapse like a tiny bit, right? But and then he like throws off his back foot, which you rarely see Tom Brady do, and then he airmails it, right? I mean, this is stuff you never used to see Tom Brady do ever. to here. He's like, it's like he just not trusting the offensive line, or he just does not want to get hit at all.
He doesn't want to get touched.
Right? He's almost close to getting, that's a clean pocket, man.
Got to step up regardless. Clean pocket or not.
Exactly. So, and here's another one, which, I mean, this one's pretty crazy, right? We're rushing 3, okay? And I mean, this is a clean pocket. And this is what I'm saying. This is Tom Brady. I mean, you expect this is.
Yeah, step up.
Right? I mean, we're doing non-step up things with Tom Brady here, guys. This is weird. It was weird to watch. Right? Why? Like, and so then he fades right into Myles Garrett, and then he can't hit Mike Evans here because he could have just stepped up and hit Mike Evans.
Yep. 100%.
He slid, and then he, and then of course I can't talk about his pocket presence without showing the Cowboys one. Right?
Okay.
This is like the poster boy of Tom Brady is tired of people hitting him. He's 45, old man. He's like, I just don't want you guys to hit me anymore. Like I'm tired of it. I've been hit way too much in my 25-year. I don't know how long he's in the NFL. And
look at the feet. They're square. Feet are square.
And he just chucked and ducked. And he just didn't get enough on it anymore. And threw it right to the Cowboys player. So, you got a little chuck and duck there from Tom. So, if you get a good offensive line around Tom, which I still think the Bucs had, that's the thing with it. I think the Bucs had a pretty good offensive line.
Yeah. So you're brave. You're brave to put some criticism on Tom Brady, but obviously proofs in the pudding. They weren't very successful this year.
Yeah.
You threw some stats out there that were definitely interesting. The thing, because I did watch Tom Brady. I watched 3 games of Tom Brady before this. And I definitely noticed there was instances, especially like in the middle of the field, where he's sailing these passes.
Yeah.
And they're just like going way over these guys' heads. So I noticed quite a bit of that, more than I probably would have anticipated. That being said, Tom Brady, when I watched 4 games of Tom Brady because I watched that playoff game just to watch the Dallas defense. I didn't even watch it to watch Tom Brady. And like the first 3 quarters of that game, he was playing terrible. It was like, God, I texted you. I was like, are you serious? This is the worst Tom Brady tape I've ever seen in my life. This is garbage. And then as soon as I text you that, it was like the 3rd quarter, he starts coming alive. He's on fire. He's hitting these guys left and right. They're driving down the field. They score a couple times, and he's looking good again. And then, you brought up, I think, an important point to talk about, and we'll get to this at some point. The age, I think it's starting to show a little bit in terms of the toughness, standing in the pocket. But before we get to that, so much, like you said, how many passes? 600, how much?
733.
733 passes he threw this year. Obviously, he's not doing all of that down the field. So much of Tom Brady offense is getting the ball and then throwing these now quick in rhythm. Like, it's a supplement to the run game. Is him catching it, taking one step, finding the open guy, hitting that guy. That's a huge part of a Tom Brady offense. And you showed mostly downfield passes because obviously, Tom Brady, he does that still. He's still a really good quarterback. But what I noticed is that so much of that offense was relying on this quick stuff that when teams just played like tight man coverage early, it kind of stopped that aspect of their offense. And then they started treading water a little bit on offense because that quick game stuff wasn't working. As the year went on, teams were playing super tight man coverage early downs, knowing we're probably going to get like a little quick bubble now out, speed out, something like that from, to supplement their run game and stretch us horizontal. So they started, it became a tendency, you could say. So that's something that I noticed, that it was like schematically there was a way to give Tom Brady fits where probably that wasn't the case, or it wasn't so as easy to scheme for Tom Brady. But I think now, obviously, he's not making plays out of the pocket. So if you take away that first in that second read, what's he got?
Yeah.
And we do see sort of a reluctance to step up in the pocket. If you watch the games from the beginning of the year, like you watch weeks 1 through 4, you're probably going to see a lot better. But as the year goes on, you get to the playoffs, and then all of a sudden he does, it's like the hits are adding up, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, if the Raiders to get Tom Brady, I think it's going to start out good, but I don't know like how it's going to look at the end when it's wearing on him.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, I don't think Tom he'll want to come here because I don't think he wants to deal with like the Patriots way that Josh McDaniels and them are trying to implement. I mean, he left that. I'm reading books about some of the stuff that a lot of the Tom Brady stuff, and yeah, I don't see him coming back because of that. And I know there's a lot of rumors about him coming to Las Vegas. But that's why I don't see him coming, because I just don't think he really wants to deal with how Josh McDaniels and them run things, because they run it the same way. I mean, that's what they check their social media. That's why they got dudes running laps after practice, during things, or when they mess up a false start or whatever in practice, or running laps. I mean, it's kind of run the same way. I mean, it's not like it's totally different type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's interesting how identical it is. Kind of, it's just kind of he's trying to be like a nicer version or more in the person to PR, but like all the moves and all the things are still the same. They act like just like the Patriots. So that's why I think Tom Brady's a little bit of a pipe dream, because he left the Patriots way for a reason.
Yeah, he left the Patriots way, and it doesn't seem like Josh McDaniels was his favorite coach. Some of the things that you've talked to me about, we've seen the clips of them arguing on the sidelines. There might be a little bit of that, ruffled feathers because they drafted Jimmy Garoppolo when Josh McDaniels came back. So you brought up some things, and I'm not convinced that Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady get along. And for that reason, I'm not thinking that Tom Brady is going to be the Raiders quarterback. And I wouldn't be very excited either, because, like, come on, he's got to hit the wall at some point. And with the Raiders' luck, it would be when he joined the Raiders.
It would. That's what I'm.
So please, please, like, he can go play somewhere else. We watch him fade into twilight, because now you have to run around and play quarterback, and he's not doing that. There is an element there where he can still make plays from the pocket. I saw it in the games that I watched, but yeah, it's not the same consistency. And I think that there is a bit of scheme that you can do, just kind of take away some of the things that he likes.
Yeah, because most of it is that he didn't, even with his talks about the offense philosophy that they had when he left New England. Josh McDaniels was the offense coordinator. He had a little problem with that too, what they're doing on offense. He wanted more input on offense and what to do and what they should do. He wasn't getting that, but Bill O'Brien's on his way to New England, man. I don't know. That'll be maybe that's his swan song. Swan song's going back home. Robert Kraft stepping back in. Before we move on, I do got to tell a funny story about Tom Brady. Did you know that the Chargers were about to draft him? He was about to be drafted by the Chargers. Mike Riley, the coach of the Chargers at the time, tried to recruit him to USC. So he tried to get him to come to the Chargers, all the coaches and all that. But the GM, Bobby Beathard, he told them, no, we don't want Tom Brady. I can get somebody else. Because they were going to draft him like in the 4th round or something like that. They were like high on him. Like Mike Riley thought he was going to replace Ryan Leaf. He thought he was going to get rid of Ryan Leaf and have Tom Brady be his quarterback. And it's funny, he went 1-15 that year. And
right. Well, I mean, come on. That's like the most Charger story ever. Are you kidding me?
I know. That was just hearing that audiobook, man. I was like, yeah. The whole coaching staff, whole offensive coaching staff wanted Tom Brady. They was like, he's got intangibles, he's got guts, he's gonna be a star. You got to see past some of the talent deficiencies. He's just that guy. You just got to believe in the competitiveness. Bobby Beathard was like, nope. There's a guy from HBCU, Florida A&M, that we could draft. That could we could.
Yeah,
I forgot the guy's name, but it was funny.
Worked out for us. That's
yeah,
for sure.
Because didn't work out for Mike Riley. He ain't got no job. He never coached the NFL again.
But we can keep on going. We're like, this is a long episode, right? Yeah. But Tom Brady, he had the benefit of kind of like coming onto a team where they had incredible defense, and when it was finally his time to step in there, it was kind of like what we saw from Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, he just needed to distribute the ball and keep things smart, and he played situationally well to start out his career. And we didn't really see like Tom Brady that we know until like 5-6 years, right? Like, it was a while before he starts throwing 600 passes a year and setting records and stuff like that, right? So really, he had the benefit of being on that Patriots team and taking advantage of that stability there. So yeah, I mean, if the Chargers, I guess the Chargers did him a favor, because if the Chargers drafted him, he would never have gotten that stability, and he would have probably not been the Tom Brady that we know, right? So, at least in my opinion. So I wish, and now that I'm thinking about it, I wish the Chargers drafted him. I wish.
No, it didn't work out that way, man. Work out that way for the Chargers. All right, BD, for you, any last thoughts? Josh Jacobs tweeted that it's got to be, I don't know if you saw his tweet, he tweeted that it's got to be right for me or something, which means they're not signing him. So they already lowballed him. That's what that means.
I'm fine. I'm fine with getting rid of Carr. I'm fine with getting rid of Carr. If you get rid of Carr, you got to keep Jacobs. There's no point.
There's no point. I think they're gonna get rid of Jacobs too, because
just come on.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion why I think they get rid of Jacobs, because a couple of things I just said at the beginning of the year, people got mad at me on that one instant reaction, but they kind of did run the tires off him. People try to say that Frost Monroe took Darren Waller's snaps because he was injured, but Josh Jacobs had a calf strain and had 27 carries on a Thursday night with Britton Brown and Zamir White. Also, they're stashing Britton Brown for some reason. Why did they stash Britton Brown?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're looking way too far into Britton Brown being stashed.
I don't know, because you can think about it like this. Okay, so Kyle Shanahan said he stashed Brock Purdy, right? Because he thought he really liked Brock Purdy, so he stashed him. Didn't want somebody else to pick him up. Put him on the practice squad. Didn't even put him on the practice squad. Kept him on the roster, so you couldn't pick him up, right? Kept him inactive because just in case he liked him so much, right? Britton Brown was never demoted to the practice squad. They moved guys up and down. There's guys moved up in Nicole Roby Coleman or something. Didn't he come and play on the team? And there was Sidney Jones. All these practice squad guys moved up and down. Britton Brown, he just was inactive.
Right.
So what are they stashing him for? They're stashing him. There's too many. Same reason.
If it works, great. That's awesome. But also, like, okay, in those moments when Josh Jacobs is hurt, like, give Britton Brown some carries then. Like, what's going on here? It doesn't make any sense. But nothing that they do makes sense, let's be honest.
Yeah, and just the history of, that's why I talk about the Patriots way or whatever. They've never paid a running back. So there's a better chance we get Damian Harris coming up in here, which, I mean, it's not terrible. But Josh needs his guys. So maybe we get some Damian Harris.
All right.
It's just
a great way to end it, Marcus.
It's that tweet, man. I'm just saying that tweet was interesting. Why did he tweet that out? That means they lowballed him.
Yeah. Fair enough. I agree with that. I agree with that analysis. And we saw it coming. And honestly, it's not, the most economical move to pay a running back. Usually they don't play well on their second contract. That being said, you're probably going to be, saving a lot of money, getting rid of Derek Carr. So, if you want a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, guess what he needs? Guess what he does best? Hands the ball off. Okay. You want a quarterback like Jacoby Brissett? Well, you need a run game. Okay, because otherwise they're just going to be sitting on everything that he does. So you need that run game. There's only a few quarterbacks that are like run game immune, that you don't need a run game, right? There's like 2 in the world. So everyone else needs a running back. Joe Mixon is balling in the playoffs. You need a running back, right? Yeah. Regardless of how good you are at quarterback, you could have an elite quarterback. If he doesn't have a run game, you're going to see him run into some problems at some point, right? So I would be the only consistent positive from the Raiders. Well, not consistent because they had some bad games running the ball, but that was like one of the things that they could hang their hat on. If you take away Josh Jacobs, was it truly this offensive line that was opening up holes, or was it Josh Jacobs making something out of nothing? I think we take a step back on offense in a major way without Jacobs. Even if you sign him to a 4-year deal and he only plays like 2 of those years, I would rather honestly see that, because it's not my money. I don't care who gets paid. Josh Jacobs gets paid. Hell yeah. Great. I'm happy for the man. But I would rather see him as a Raider than watch him go to another team or something like that. Because even if he doesn't ball for like 5 more years, he's going to ball. He's going to go to another team. He's going to ball. Maybe not next year, but it'll be the year after that. So.
Oh, man. Going to be interesting. I mean, that'll be the Raider Nation freak out. That's when Raiders fans, the anti-card
they
guys,
will turn.
They're holding on that they're going to have Josh Jacobs come back and Devontae Adams, and they're going to have a new quarterback. That's what they're holding on. But once Josh Jacobs goes, oh man, the pitchforks will be out. But,
yes, they should have already been out. But
they're not out.
If that's what it takes.
There's some guys. I'll tell you, man. There's some people that, they give me Daniels a chance. You need a car 9 years. Give me Daniels. He only gets 1. I'm like, well, he had 2 in Denver, but but that's when they'll come out. The pitchforks will come out. Some Raiders fans will stick on it because some Raiders fans are fans of the Mac trade. So, but
yeah, this one I think that would be hurtful to see. You just dismantle the team. Like, come on. But yeah, it's not like they did much last year. Let's get out of here. We're going over. We're going way over. Let's get out of here.
All right, we're out of here, guys. Thank you for listening. Subscribe. A little longer episode. We're going over the veteran quarterbacks here. So definitely check this out. Make sure you guys check out all the other videos that we've been posting. We got a whole bunch of playoff stuff. Check out the playoffs. Got Stephon Diggs breakdown. Got the Bills getting demolished by Lou Aronimo. I don't even know how this.
Lou Enumero and Arumino.
You don't even know his name. That guy just
that guy
unheralded.
He's good.
Unheralded.
Good defensive coordinator.
And whatever. We got all a bunch of cool stuff on there. So check that out. And we're out of here. Peace,
y'all.